Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve without our might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Indeed, as daylight chases away darkness, the amount is allocated to 40,841,000 per month. Thus, the salary of the mobile policemen is allocated to 4 million naira per month as an allowance. Indeed, at another time, it is painful to see that the security vote was debited with 110 million naira payable to the same 10 mobile policemen as their monthly allowance. By the time it was the end of 2018, a total of 684,336,600 naira has been removed from the security vote account for the purpose of these 10 mobile policemen. One begins to wonder, what type of sense is guiding these public officers in incurring public expenditure in absolute disregard to decency, common sense, fear of God, posterity, and nemesis. Fast forward, on the 7th of August 2017, the sum of 49 million naira was withdrawn in cash from the escrow security account of Katsina State. 49 million naira. The narration and the purpose was that it was used in cash to purchase software for the Department of State Security in Katsina State, in Katsina Command. For sure, you don't need to be ingenious to know that Department of State Security and every other security agency in the world guard their records and their secrets very, very jealously. It is extremely doubtful that an organization like the DSS that has a central operating software, and I believe they have, will allow for the purchase of software either off the shelf or developed by somebody they don't trust, and then deploy the same software to their Katsina command. What happened to the central control of the software? My take is that, being a disciplined organization, the DSS command will never allow that to happen. Indeed, my conjecture is that perhaps, probably, most likely, the DSS in Katsina command are not even aware that this money has been removed in their own name, because it is an honorable organization that will not want to be caught in this kind of scandal. Number 4, on 19th July 2017, the sum of 21 million naira was removed in cash from the escrow security account of the Katsina State government, domiciled in one of the banks in Katsina. And the narration for the 21 million naira was that it was used for the repair of Nigerian Air Force aeroplane. Those who are conversant with the repair of aeroplanes will tell you that the Nigerian Air Force have sufficient budgetary provision to take care of all their fleets annually and continuously. One therefore wonders whether the Nigerian Air Force are ever aware of this 21 million naira expenditure, because it's an organization that has huge sum of money in their budget, all aimed at not exposing them to become beggars. 21 million naira to the Nigerian Air Force is a chicken feed. Something, somewhere, somehow is wrong. And Katana people should demand for an honest explanation. Sadly, the sum in between June 2015 and December 2018, the sum of 4,762,393 naira was severally withdrawn in cash from the escrow security account of Katsina State, one of the escrow security accounts accounts in Katsina State, domiciled in one of the banks in Katsina. Cumulatively, the sum of that amount was removed. What was the purpose? Just listen to me. The narration is, at one time it was an assistance, at another withdrawal it was support, in another breath it was welfare, and then finally allowances to security agencies in the state. The agencies were not mentioned. The amount for per agency was not mentioned. But for sure, in that account, under this period, the sum of 4,762,267,393 was removed from that security escrow account. As if that was not enough. Between September 2015 and September 2018, the sum of 1,039,940,200 naira was removed from the Katsina State escrow security account domiciled in one of the banks. What was the narration? It was welfare given, assistance given to the commanding officer of the 35 Battalion Nigerian Army Katsina. By implication, in between that period of over 3 years, all those who served as commanding officers of the 35 Battalion Army in Katsina State were, according to the narration of the expenditure, cumulatively, individually, jointly and severally, given the welfare of 1,039,940,200 naira by the Katsina State government from the security escrow account domiciled in one of the banks in Katsina State. One wonders and one feels like shedding tears that such huge amount of money is being dashed out in a speed of light to people who are deployed to the state not to extort or to degrade the treasury, but to save lives and properties. Again, my take is that with the extreme discipline in the Nigerian army, I have my reasonable doubt that the Nigerian army commanding officers that served in Katsina State under the period of review might not have been aware that such huge amount of money has been moved using their battalion as a decoy. I do not want to believe that the Chief of Army Staff will send a commanding officer or commanding officers to Katsina battalion only for them to end up belonging to a clique of extortionists. On the 15th November 2017, the sum of 250 million naira was removed from one of the escrow security accounts domiciled in one of the banks in Katsina. 250 million. The narration is it was a welfare package to the CAS for commissioning new battalion Katsina. Now my take is this CAS could be interpreted as Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff. But since it is a battalion and there is no Air Force battalion in Katsina, it is assumed that it is the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Burte, that was used as a decoy to remove 250 million naira, said to have been given to him as a welfare package. I am certain, I am very sure, going by Burte's track record, minus any other information unknown to me, but going by his track record in public service, would be the last person to accept such a gimmick of 250 million naira as gift. I can cross my life that he is not aware that money has been removed using his own name. My confidence in the fact that compare and contrast the budget of the Chief of Army Staff, annual budget, and that of Katsina State, you will see that he doesn't require that money. He came to open the 35 Battalion new office in Katsina. He came on a Nigerian Army plane. The same plane took him back. He's entitled to duty tour allowance for that period. He is not a pauper. He is not hungry. He will never stoop so low to collect that money. Katsina State government must come out to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And the Chief of Army Staff must demand a full explanation from Katsina State government as to when, where, and how that 250 million naira was given to him. On 10th July, from 10th July 2015 to 22nd October 2018, the sum of 1,968,747 naira, 747,000, 1,968,747,000 was removed severally over so many trenches from the escrow security account of Katsina State government domiciled in one of the banks. And the narration for the expenditure is that it was a monthly allowances being paid to security personnel at the government house in Katsina State. We are waiting to know the total number of security agents that have worked at different times in Katsina, their names, their service number, and the vouchers that they signed and acknowledged this 1.9 billion naira, in addition to their postal letters to the government house, which must be authenticated and signed by the Department of Security Service, who have their staff in the government house, by the Nigerian Army, by the Nigerian civil defense and by the Nigerian police. Anything short of that will make us to continue remaining doubting Thomases.